Okay. Here we go. Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Welcome to the Thursday, July 13th Park and Rec Board meeting. Could you please call the roll?
Tammy Lavenda,
I'm here.
Patty Roberts,
Here.
John Wagner. Here. Susan Conti,
Here.
Mike Leeks.
Here.
Deborah DeCosimo, alternate board member. Kyle.
Here.
Okay. Aaron.
Here.
All here.
Great. All right, the first item on the agenda is to approve today's agenda. May I please have
I'll
a
approve
motion?
it.
A second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you, so everybody approved today's agenda. And then, before we go on to item number 2, I'd like to just take a second and introduce, actually I'd like you guys to introduce yourselves. I know you have a little bit individually, but like maybe John, and just, you don't have to go into the whole thing, just like maybe, 20 seconds on why you want to be on the Park and Rec Board or
All right,
something.
great. Good afternoon, John. Michael Leeks, a Bel Air Beach resident since 2016, local developer and builder, and I'm just looking to get involved more with the community.
Hi, John. It's Susan Conti, and my husband Angelo and I just moved to Bel Air Beach literally in the last month from Sand Key. I'm excited to be involved. I've done mostly HOA board kind of work, but at a community level, just to get to know the community better and faster. I thought it'd be fun to be involved in a committee.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. We welcome you guys, and we appreciate you being here and your interest, and look forward to working with you both. So the second item on our agenda today is approval of May 23rd board meeting minutes. May I have a motion to approve those?
I move that we approve the minutes from May 23rd, 2023.
And I second it. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, so I'll go with that. Agenda item number 3 are citizen comments, and we have no citizens today, so we're going to move right on to number 4. So this is like a public notice meeting, and so if they were so interested, we could fill that room with citizens, and we would, if we had more than just like one, we would give them like the 3-minute notice that we give like in a regular meeting. But because typically we only, we have one every once in a while, if they have something that's more than 3 minutes, we'll just let them talk because they took their time to come to the meeting in the middle of the day. So that's usually how we handle it. But like I said, it doesn't happen very often, but it has happened. So it's on every agenda. And then agenda item number 4, we're going to have Patty give us the inventory of the Bel Air Beach logoed items.
Okay, 7 plush towels, 8 hand towels, 8 baseball caps, 16 license plates.
Okay, I'm sorry, can you say the beach towels, there's how many?
7,
Okay, so you sold quite a few of those. Hand towels?
8
Okay.
baseball
License-
caps
Uh-huh.
is 8, plates 6, coffee mugs 5, stickers 8, 2 sling bags, and I did the welcome bags, the little white ones
Uh-huh.
with that logo, 8 of those.
So 8 of those are left. So logoed stickers, you said how many? 8?
Mhm.
Okay, we have a bunch.
8 is the magic number right today.
It
It looked like.
seems. We have a bunch of those in the back too, so we can replenish those belly bags too. So when you said 8 hats, there's, it says 6 khaki and 6 gray. Did you happen to break it out by color?
It's 2 and whatever, 2 and 6? Yeah, because I know
2
there were only 2
khaki?
khakis, yeah.
And 6 gray. Okay. So my question is on that, because we still have 8 welcome bags, when do you think the magic date is to reorder? Because I know we put the embroidered hand towels in the welcome bags, and we put the embroidered kitchen towels. So
Are we
like,
out?
no,
Okay.
we have 8
Hand towels.
hand towels. So like when you say, Tam, you make 10 more welcome
Okay,
bags.
so right now we can only make 8 more.
So it's
I
up to
would
you.
say like when we get to that last round, we need to make more. So we got 8, and then that
Okay.
should buy us enough time because it usually comes.
Okay. Yeah, they're pretty fast.
Yeah, and I don't know, what do we average, about 3 to 4 a month? So
You know,
like,
it's
yeah,
weird
too
because
much.
I felt like they didn't go, and then all of a sudden they were gone.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, so we've made two sets of 10, so we've gone through 22 new residents since we've started this.
Really?
Wow.
Yes,
Which
and she
was-
commented in it, she got one when she moved here a month ago, so we were.
That was a
able to get
nice
some
surprise,
feedback.
actually. That was very nice. Yeah.
So, yeah, it's good. And then like any feedback where you can give us, where you say, I wish this was in it, like information on this more than like
Okay.
goodies, because the goodies and the paperwork tends to change with like, so the first round we didn't have the mugs in stock, so I think they weren't in the first round, but they got a license plate, and then in the second round, I think there was a coffee mug. So they're not always identical, it depends on what we have in stock. But, I mean, we can give the sunscreen.
Yeah.
And then also, just as a part of that, so our board, we talked about this several times, where if you just happen to be at the dry cleaner, or if you just happen to be at your gym, wherever, and you say, hey, we do these welcome bags in our city, I'm on the Park and Rec board, if you have something kind of
Put in
cool,
it.
like a discount or something you want to put in, we can do that, because those can be different in every bag, or every 10 bags, or, you know, we just kind of use what we have and we put in as we use, and we try to replenish them. So like, as I made the last set, where we still have 8 being our third set, we're kind of low on almost everything. I don't even think I have 10 more of anything to give. So I did make the announcement in the meeting on Monday to say, if there's any residents that own a business and you would like to put something in our welcome bags, please, you know, drop a set of 10 off at City Hall. But if you it's a no pressure thing. There's
Yeah.
no form. It doesn't have to be anything magical. It's just like if
Nice to have in there.
you're
Yeah.
a vendor or like a merchant that you work with and you like them and you just strike a conversation, ask for them. It's kind of low key like that.
What about the concept of, it'd be nice to have a letter, a short letter from the mayor, and then the council names, just, a part of me says,
That's
what,
a good idea.
That's a
what do you
very good
want
idea.
the citizens to get involved in? If you put it in front of them right when they move, kind of like me, it's like, get them while they're certain, they're all excited.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Get them early.
You're like, look at this bag. I want to join you.
Yeah, don't
Right.
you want to come and be in? Yeah. So I'm not suggesting like photos and,
No, that's a great idea.
but just a letter would be
Sure.
nice. Yeah.
Maybe an application for a board position. And then just like the short list of, kind of
Of
just
the
like how
different
Patty
boards,
did for us.
If you'd like to be involved, you can always.
Where she did this, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
you don't obviously have to put like the mayor's cell phone number, but they all have
No,
City
yeah.
of Bel Air Beach emails.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's effective.
But yeah, the
They
different
And
respond
maybe,
boards are like
maybe
that.
how often the meetings
I don't
are.
even know how many
you
boards
know,
there are.
It's a
I think
mix.
there's 4 boards.
4, I believe.
John, are
Maybe,
you good?
Oh yeah, no, I'm laughing. I'm just thinking how much I appreciate you handing out the information.
Why not?
It's a dual-edged sword.
Right, and then I know we've talked about this a couple of times, but as we get closer, we do have a merchandise table at our holiday social. And so before we hit that point, like we've talked about ordering maybe cups like this, because obviously I just put a sticker on mine, which is fine, but like, you know, we could do something in like more beachy colors, or we can do like, you know, beanie hats, because I wear a beanie hat for like 3 months. I'm here because I get cold. I mean, with something embroidered, if people go north, you know, they can wear their little colored beach beanie hat. But it's just something new other than the things that we've had for the holiday table. Because we used to sell t-shirts and tank tops, but trying to keep sizes and colors
Yeah, that's
and
nice.
styles was a really pain. So we kind of just ixnayed those and we just give residents the information on where we,
Yeah.
you know, you can ride your bike where we got them.
can we sell Bel Air Beach Christmas ornaments?
Yeah, I mean, we can
I mean,
sell
that would
anything
be
we
cute.
find. Yeah, we can sell anything we find. But I mean, I know it's only July, but like we've kind of got to get our thoughts together and get them ordered so we have them. We can order them early, you know, like so we're, you know, we have them before everybody else remembers they need to order, kind of thing.
I have a question.
Yes.
I see the belly bags aren't on here, so, what were we charging for them? I'm gonna
There's 2
include
of
the
them.
There's
cost.
2 left. They're
I
on
said
there.
2.
Yeah, you said 2 here, but they're not
No,
on
no,
here,
no,
so
no,
I
no.
can't pick up the cost. I just wanted to know
Oh,
what the cost is.
I wonder.
Oh,
She put them on this, so I don't know why. It must have been an oversight. They're 20.
They're 20, okay, yeah, because I had the pricing for everything else here.
Yeah, they're
I just,
20.
I thought I'd add a cost item on the quantity inventory thing for the minutes.
So a Christmas ornament. Okay, so I'll just add that to the little wish list.
Has to be sparkly, Bel Air Beach.
Yeah, that's great. Okay, does anybody have anything else with number 4? Questions or comments? Okay. Agenda item number 5. So we've gone over this just as a group and like we voted and like every event that we have on our current calendar is a repeat.
Ah.
So if you, Patty put it on something. I saw it, okay. So, yeah, it's just this Park and Rec board events.
I don't know if we have that one.
You do.
Do we have to?
So as an alternative, I'm not
Probably
on here?
back.
They don't put my name on here? Nobody thought I was important? Since I'm the secretary?
Oh, thanks.
Nobody loves me anymore.
We love you, I don't know.
Thank you. I was gone so long, people forgot about me.
How do we get rid of it?
Oh, I got a big laugh out of John on that one.
She takes the minutes, she's.
I was mad at you that you were out
Yeah.
traveling as awesome as you have been.
Almost forgot about that.
Yeah.
Sweet invite, by the way.
What?
Thanks for the invite.
Oh, yeah. It was our 30th year wedding anniversary gift, so
That's awesome.
thank you.
Yeah.
All right, back to business.
Okay, so right now we just have, the first item is the beach cleanups, which is the first Saturday of each month from 8 to 9, we meet at 19th Street. So I would kind of like, since we have more board members, like maybe discuss like a different way to, because we've started these, what, like 2.5 years ago, something like that,
It was like July, not last,
of 20,
the year before, so like 2 years, I think now.
yeah, at least. Anyway, so I was thinking maybe since we have two board members, that if we could, more board members, if we could maybe look at the calendar, like for the year, and each person take maybe 2 months, and like I'll take 3 months, where you're the point person. And so like, you know if you're the point person that day, you may be the only Park and Rec board member that can show up that day. And then other months, every single person on the Park and Rec board is there. It just varies. So then it's like, because as I'm going up north a little bit more and we're going on more trips or whatever, I feel bad. Like I had to cancel last month and for the first time because like, 1, it was a weird month, and 2, everybody was out of town. So, you know, it's like if we can pick each like 2 months to be the point person, then we know that there's always going to be at least one person there. And I've done it by myself a number of times. So it can be handled, it's very easy. We get a lot of people that are repeats, and even the people there can help you. But it's not a lot, and what I'll do is I'll put together a sheet that says steps 1 through 10 of what you do from, you know, before it to like post for the recap sheet for Keep Pinellas Beautiful. So it's a program that we do through Keep Pinellas Beautiful for you guys. So they supply a lot of our items, like, but you know, the city does too. Like they used to in the beginning, like they gave us like the initial, and if we called them up and drove to Pinellas Park or wherever they are, they would give us more
Yeah.
trash bags and gloves and stuff like that. But there was, we had a member of Park and Rec where she moved, but like, I mean, she gave us like enough gloves to keep us in, you know, beach cleanup gloves for 12 years. So we haven't had to go back to Pinellas Park, but they do supply those items if we need it. Every once in a while, they'll give us like,
Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A gift cards, and we send them as thank yous to the volunteers and stuff like that. So like, this is nothing that we have to do today, but if you could maybe look at your first Saturday of each month in the next, like say rolling 12, and say, I know I can do August and February, or I know I can do, and then next month we can kind of just scramble it around and play with it. Is everybody okay with that?
Yeah, I think it's a good idea.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sounds like a great idea.
Perfect, thank you.
And then would it be acceptable if, just because I travel a lot for business, but if I select something and 6 months from now, can we swap? And-
Yeah, I don't
and
see
just-
why not.
Okay.
Everything's in pencil.
Awesome.
We're a friendly group.
Good,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, for sure. And then so our first, well, that being said, our first item on the calendar is October 28th. It's our Pets and Pals Halloween costume contest. So this is our third year doing this, and we pretty much know what works and what doesn't work. So this year should be our most smooth running Pets and Pals, because like, you know, with the dogs and the kids, it's always exciting. And there are things that we've done that we're like, oh wow, why did we do that? And then we've done things where we're like, oh boy, that was like way too much, we didn't need to do that and stuff like that. So I think this year will be pretty smooth. That being said, like in the past, we've had 5 judges. We've talked about paring it down to 3. If, you know, it can change every year. So if like you have a neighbor or whatever that you think that they would want to get involved in, maybe the judges do dress up in costumes. And then, of course, I can call the judges from the past 2 years and see if they're interested, and we can just kind of see. Like, if we have enough people, we'll have 5, and if we don't, we'll have 3. So that's just, you know, it's only July again, so we definitely have some time to work on that. It's on a Saturday morning from 10 to 12. And then we do a lot of the setup the Friday before. And then and it's a pretty easy cleanup with all the people that are here at the event. The cleanup goes super fast because everybody pitches in. So the cleanup is way easier than the setup. But we have it down to about an hour. We can set up unless we have to do, like the last event, we were also stuffing, you know, we were
Yeah, that's
we were
weird.
doing
Yeah,
other
I mean,
things.
mostly it's not that much work.
Yeah, mostly it's pretty fast. And then-
everyone pitches in.
Yes, and we do have a group of, say, 12 volunteers that if they're available and in town, they'll volunteer for almost every event, because the Pets and Pals takes more volunteers than pretty much any event that we have, between the judges and then we have an MC and then, you know, so I'll start touching base with, like, the mayor who's been our MC, and Wendy, his wife, and their son, like they kind of corral the dogs and the kids and kind of tell them where they need to be when they need to be there. So that's 8, and then we have somebody at the refreshment table, then we have somebody at the sign-up table, because we give them little numbers, kind of like if you're running in a race, for them to pin on their costume, so we know who's who when we vote or whatever, because we have some pretty nice prizes. Anyway, we probably have like at least 10 to 12 volunteers for that event besides the Park and Rec Board, so that's always good. The next event that we have on the calendar is the first Monday of December. It's a 1-hour event. It's right before the city council meeting, and it's our holiday social. So we light the Christmas tree and we just put on Christmas music. Like before mentioned, we'll have the Bel Air Beach merchandise table set up, so if people want to buy some stocking stuffers or little, you know, Bel Air Beach logo Christmas items, they can do that. And last year we had it catered from Bel Air Market, because we know a lot of people come right from work to the city council meeting, so they weren't just shoving in like Christmas cookies, which is what we did the year before. So we got a little bit, like, you know, some little mini sandwiches and some hummus and dip and stuff like that.
It went
So
over very well.
it did. It went over well, and there wasn't a whole lot left over. Like, people were really happy to take the sliders home if there was any, you know, if they didn't.
Pulled pork, was it?
Hmm?
Sliders and pulled pork.
Yeah, they were
Yeah,
good.
cheeseburger sliders and
Wow.
pulled pork. It was really good, and
Excellent.
yeah, so that went well.
Eat the hype.
Yeah, and then like there's been a couple suggestions. Like last year, we added a Toys for Tots charity donation, like, and that went over really, really well. So I'm sure we're gonna do that again. And then you know, there's been some requests for like maybe a Santa, but typically we've only had maybe 4 or 5 kids. There's just not, you know, there's just not a lot of kids. So we kind of talked about maybe doing like a little bag of Christmas, whatever, goodies for them or something, but
There have been more kids moving into the neighborhood though,
yeah.
so maybe there's more.
Yeah, so we'll see, but like, you know, we can, again, that's 6 months away and we have some time to think about that, but like the general outline is there because we've also done that. Have we done that 3 times or twice? Twice. Yeah, so this is all 3 times for everything, I guess. So we can add or take out whatever, you know, we vote to do. So-
I mean, honestly, people could bring their dogs too, since we're doing it outside.
Oh, the
And-
Christmas tree. People have brought their dogs.
Yeah, and I was gonna say you can do a Santa, so those who come with kids could take their picture with Santa, and those who come with dogs can do it.
Yeah, that's actually not a bad idea.
Yeah, come take your picture with
Can
Santa.
I bring Stanley to the city council meeting? I'm an English bulldog and she's just into everything, so. it
I'm
would
waiting
not
for you to
be-
leave her with me for the day.
She's not very
I
well
can't wait.
behaved. She gets too excited. But anyway, yeah, no, that's a good idea. So we'll look at, trying to find, somebody that will volunteer to be Santa with a Santa suit.
Looks like Aaron.
Somebody, Tammy, I know
Yeah, I'm showing them new guy.
experience.
I'm sorry, say that again?
He knows somebody.
That was the Easter Bunny at the Bel Air at the
The Easter egg hunt?
Yeah, the Bel Air Market, the alley. That was Easter Bunny at the alley.
They had the street closed.
Well, you can't be Santa. You-
He said he knows somebody.
Oh, you know somebody. Okay, yeah, if you can maybe put a text
Put
out
it
to somebody.
Put
to
it
see
in
it.
like a Hawaiian shirt or something. It doesn't have to be in a full
Why
Santa
can't I
suit.
be
Too
Santa?
hot.
Why can't you be
Just a Hawaiian
Santa?
shirt and shorts.
Yeah, he can.
Okay.
No, I'm just kidding, but I just figured.
No, actually, you have the job now.
I was like, you can do it. He's like, no, wait. You wanted us to say because you couldn't
Santa's
fill
gonna
out the
ask you,
Santa suit.
What do you want for Christmas again? What?
I need 4 of him in
Yeah.
there. You got the job.
Yeah, so the first year we had live Christmas carolers, and we won't do that again because like you couldn't hear them. If they were outside, you couldn't hear them inside. If you were inside, you could. So it just worked better if we piped in music, like good Christmas music.
In and out.
So we learned from that. So pretty much everything we've done, we've learned something that we wish we would have done instead or that we didn't do, and we adjust.
It's called experience.
Experience, yes. So we just adjust as we like or at will. January 13th, it is a Saturday.
Health and wellness.
Yeah, I'm gonna, 1:30 PM, that's when it ends. So I'll have her adjust that. But that's the health and wellness fair. So this is also the third time we've done that. I did make an announcement also at the city council meeting asking for if there are residents like Dr. Quick or the people who own Clean Eats, that they live in Bel Air Beach, but they're health and wellness affiliated businesses or, outside of Bel Air Beach, if they want to be vendors or participants at the Health and Wellness Fair. So we do have like a good solid, I would say 10 to 12 people that have done it every year that they would want to do it again. And then like we had a couple people drop off, or we had some people that like, the one thing that I said to 90% of them the first year and then 100% of the second year is if you're gonna commit, you have to stay for the whole thing. Because if we tell people it's 3 hours and you leave after 2 and the room's half empty, then they're like, where did everybody go? And it makes us look bad. So if you're gonna commit, you have to commit to the whole thing. So we kind of knocked a few people off both years for that. And so last year you got 2 or 3 people. 2.
The chiropractor and the dentist.
Yeah, I would ask her to contact those people again to see if they were interested. And then like say if there are 6 openings, I might say if you want to take 2 and you want to take, you know what I'm saying? So we'll kind of divvy it out because then it's like people that we all know, not just people that I know. Because between all of us, we have a lot more access to a lot more health and wellness vendors than just, you know what I'm saying?
And we did change the times, because that's
So
what
what
you
time
asked
is it?
everybody.
Yeah, we
remember?
did change, we shortened it, so I think, we were doing 10 to 2, and that was too long. So I think we decided on 10:30 to 12, or 10:30 to 1:30, we cut off 1
I thought it
hour.
was cut off more than that. It was like less than 3 hours.
I thought so too, maybe 11 to 1:30?
I'll have to check.
I mean-
Let me go back.
Yeah, we'll check the minutes, because I know just 1:30, 1:30 is when it ends, because 2 was late, hardly anybody was coming in that late, and we did kind of have a good crowd, right?
I don't know if I have that down there. I don't recall writing the time it's gonna start.
I'm trying to think.
I know we talked about it once. and-
Yeah, I think it was kind of just,
We kind of landed on it, but, And we do need to figure that out sooner than later because like I already contacted the Mole Patrol. I've contacted them every year and they've already told me they're not available for January 13th. So some of these bigger places like Baycare, you know, we have to kind of reach out to now because everyone has their health and wellness fairs in January. And then there's some other people that like, you know, you can literally contact them 2 weeks before and they'll be like, yeah, I'll do it. But we've had a really hard time finding a dermatologist and we haven't had an optometrist yet. There's a few things that we haven't been able to nail down. So I'll have a complete list for the next meeting. And I'll include the last 2 years in the packet.
Oh, that would be good.
So.
Do you care if it's like, I know there's two big dermatologists, Skin Solutions and Bay Dermatology are both big and have lots of different locations.
No, that's great because the thing with that is like those bigger companies, typically they have a whole department that handles the community outreach. So it's like they'll spend every weekend doing events like this. Like they have, you know, funds set aside to do.
So I'll contact those two if you want me to.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Okay.
Thank you. And then I'll put those in the next packet so we can talk about it more next month. And then the last thing I have, and Kyle, I had a question for this, because in my book I wrote the weekend of February 2/3, and for the life of me, I can't remember if we landed on a Saturday or a Sunday.
Saturday.
Okay, so it's Saturday, then I think it's Saturday.
Even though that Sunday did not have football. That's the Sunday in.
Yeah, in between. Super
Yeah.
Bowl and-
So we were also saying people would have nothing to do on Sunday, but.
Well, that's why I couldn't
Yeah.
remember
We have
which day we
football
landed on, and I
screens.
literally
I know it
wrote
was a
both down.
Saturday that sticks out.
I think it's a Saturday.
Because I remember.
Okay, then it's
Yeah, that's
Saturday.
right, the third.
The third
It
is a
is the third.
Saturday and it's also beach cleanup day.
So that won't work.
No, we had this.
We did?
Yeah,
Oh, we're gonna do beach cleanup and the chili, or and the chili cook-off?
we thought we were going to.
We did?
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
I
beach
remember
cleanup is
talking
an
about it.
hour.
Yeah,
What time does the other
It
thing
says
start?
12.
12.
12.
And we could do a lot
And
of
beach
setup.
cleanup is
Really?
8 to 9.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess we could do both on the same day. That's a lot, but.
And it's a lot, especially if you're doing it all, which
Right,
you
yeah, so,
usually are
look,
doing.
you have more people now.
Yeah,
Divide and conquer.
We'll divide and conquer. It'll be fine.
until,
But my thought is like, you know, if we get 12 people at beach cleanup, are they also want to go to beach cleanup and then come home and make chili and then spend the, you know, then that's, are we knocking out that whole group that does beach cleanup because they've already spent 2 hours doing
and
that?
they're the people who come to everything.
Yes, they
Right.
are.
Or you could reschedule beach cleanup. I just.
Till the
Or,
next Saturday.
or we could do the party on the Sunday. I mean, the chili cook-off.
See, that's what I thought we landed on, but you're saying
I'll
no.
check the emails with the mayor.
Okay.
I'm gonna put a
Yeah, oh, I
question
think
mark
he
in.
decided on a date,
Well,
Dave.
we worked through dates. It was a back and forth. yeah.
Okay,
So I'm positive it was a Saturday because I know when the date ended up. I was like, okay, Saturday.
Okay, yeah, I don't know, I must have missed, and then please tell me it's not also the rummage sale, because we were gonna
No.
work on that.
No, April.
Yeah.
No, May now, I think. November and May. We've been doing.
So let's make sure the November one is changed now.
so what time is the chili cook-off, from 12 on?
12 to 2.
12 to 2.
So the chili cook-off, we try to get residents and, you know, we actually had some non-residents too last year, which is fine. They make chili and they compete and we have some cute prizes. And last year we had, like everybody that ate chili voted on the chili. This year we're kind of gonna try to get some guest judges, like maybe somebody that owns a restaurant or whatever, and then they're gonna come through and they're gonna taste all the chilies and they're gonna vote on 2 of the categories. And then we had a crowd favorite, and so the crowd will only have to vote on 1 chili. So they're still gonna be given some input, but then it's like, then it's not like everybody knows whose chili is whose and everybody, you know, so there's a little bit of, you know, we're still kind of in we're going to be in discussions on, and we're gonna be voting on how to handle this, but this is the mayor's event, and he's definitely getting more involved this year than he was last year, and he definitely wanted to see some changes. So it is what it is, so, that is until February, but, you know, it's just something to think about. But it was fun, everybody had a good time.
Okay. And there were some different and very good chilies. John, are you there?
Of course I'm here. I'm thinking about next year's chili.
Chili. Are you the one that had duck in your chili?
Pheasant.
Pheasant.
Wait,
It's
am
gonna
I,
be named the same, it's still gonna be.
Somebody had pheasant and duck. Wow.
was it pheasant?
Somebody had duck.
I don't know, you know, I'm going out there, I may check it, I kinda like that, I mean, I sure like the way it, came out. I didn't get an award, but, you know, the way things work, things tend to get kinda spread around, so. But I'm thinking about it, it's a serious
It's very
competition.
You have some time, you have some
This
time.
one-
The mayor was a
One lady-
ringer.
One lady must have had 25 little cups in front of her.
So how
She
can
got one of
you,
each
Tammy,
Really?
And was written, paper down?
how can everyone vote and we're not knowing whose chili we're voting for? Are you gonna not have the people behind serving their chili this time?
No, for crowd favorite, they're definitely gonna know whose chili
Okay.
is whose, but the guest judges won't know.
Won't
whose
know.
it
Oh,
is.
they're just gonna get chilies, like A through Z.
Well, they're gonna go and serve themselves, so no one's gonna be
Oh.
standing behind their crock pots.
Okay.
So they're just gonna go before anybody else eats, so I'll just say,
Ah.
can you be here right at noon, or, you know, at 15 till, or whatever it is, go around, taste the chilies, and then, yeah. Cause it's too hard to have someone else, you know, serve your chili, like, we've gone through all these different ways to kind of make it anonymous, and we can still kind of talk about it, nothing is set in stone, it's just, I know they want to do a little bit different than last year.
So you could essentially win 2 awards, right?
You can.
Yeah.
sure,
So you can win a judge award and a crowd favorite.
Yes.
Okay. Must be good chili.
We didn't do that last year, though. I think
No.
we went to the
You
next
didn't let it,
person.
Yeah, you went to the
We
next
didn't
one.
let,
I was
yeah,
just
we didn't let
gonna say
anybody
that.
win too, because it's kind of,
Okay.
the prices are too similar.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So, no repeat prizes.
No repeat, yeah.
No repeat.
It's better if more people win. It just is.
And I have a quick question. Michael, have you ever been to any of the wellness fairs since you've been here for a while?
I have not.
Did you see any of the advertising for them?
No. But,
Not
I mean,
even
but
the
that
big
doesn't
banner?
mean a lot. Like, I keep a stack of mail sometimes.
Okay, so that leads into my other question. So like, okay, so we historically have had a music event where we have live music and we have food, and we've done it outside both times in September, and it's been the Park and Rec Board. So since the community foundation has been started, we were kind of thinking anything with alcohol, the foundation would take, but the foundation's not ready to do another big event in the fall. So as far as our budget, I talked to Kyle about it, we have 1 or 2 options, because it doesn't roll over. So we have enough money to either try, our very first year, in the very beginning, we did a mailer. And it was just like a postcard, like you get 10 of them every day, but it did have the Bel Air Beach logo on it. It was like, you know, in the pinks and the blues, and it had our event schedule on it. And, you know, it was kind of hard to tell. Like, you know, if you'd ask people, they'd be like, I didn't get it, I didn't see it, oh yeah, I got it.
I tell you one thing that I find effective, because it stands out in terms of the mail, is take the same thing, you know, like a flyer, but just throw it on a magnet, and then that puts it
Right there.
that puts it
fridge.
there all year,
Yeah.
right? And you can't help but look at it.
Yeah, that's true, that's very true. So our the 2 options that Kyle and I kind of talked about is doing the Park and Rec Board taking another event and taking the September date, or doing a mailer, because honestly, they're the same price. Like, it's crazy. So it's kind of like, we never did a second mailer because we thought it's
It was
not-
too much money.
It was too much money.
What was it, like
It
1,200?
was like $1,200.
No, the last one was 5 something.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Okay.
That was just the postcard size.
Okay.
And that went to everyone?
Oh.
Yeah, you just hate to see them get thrown away, and
Yeah.
then that's what you spend your money on.
Right.
Right.
And that's what I was thinking of, those,
The
like those
magnets.
magnets are, I think they're relatively cheap, depending on how you know, size and.
Order them.
and Put so
Yeah.
many on a, you
Yeah.
know, on a sheet, but I don't think they're that expensive. And I know just from, like in my own personal mail, it stands out because it's a little
Heavier.
heavier, right? So you tend to look at it, whereas, you know, the flyers, I mean, we get so many
Yeah.
real estate, I mean, real estate alone, is just, and I kind of
You
stack
get
them
like
all
six
together.
Absolutely. Yeah.
You take 2 seconds out of the mailbox.
Right. Yeah, I spend more time separating mail. It's like, this is real
You can
mail.
always use a magnet too.
Yeah.
So, I think it's a great idea.
The only problem is stainless steel doesn't hold magnets anymore, so.
Usually
almost
the
di-
sides of the refrigerators are not like the stainless
Right.
on the front, and they will.
it-
Unless you've got the inserted
Yeah,
kind
it's like the
of
side.
built-in refrigerator,
Yeah, I
you
was
don't
gonna
have a
say,
cabinet.
yeah.
Mhm.
The good old refrigerators. No more.
So maybe we can price those and see, and then maybe take a vote at the next, like, I don't know, as far as music, like, just, at the last Feller Bluffs wine walk, like, they, you know how they have live music on every corner? Like, I did get some business cards, so like, we have, some options of people to call. Like, the last time I tried to get live music, which was for November, I mean, I called, I think, like, 4 places months in advance, and they were all already booked. So it's kind of late in the game to get live music, but you know, maybe we could talk about doing something else, like something other kind of social, other than live music. Or like I said, we can do the mailers, but it's gotta be an either or, because that's really all we have the budget
We've talked
for.
about maybe doing a game or something. Maybe let's do a bingo night or something, or does that, like, is that gambling? But I think that might be fun, like do an event.
Yeah, like I said, it doesn't have to be music, we can do, and then September is so hot. Like, I think like the one year when it rained like crazy, people were happy that we moved the event inside. And the events inside are so much easier for us.
For
because
us,
we're
yeah.
not carrying all those tables
Yeah.
outside, and it's not sweltering hot. Because everything is, you know, like, the food can be kept by the kitchen, and we can have our coolers, it's just much more.
Yeah, bingo or trivia night or.
Yeah, trivia,
trivias
that's
are
what I
fun.
was just thinking. We
Yeah.
can make it like, you could even do a family fun night and just do either bingo or trivia or something. Even if it's music trivia, which I've discussed with you before, which I'm still gonna figure out how to do.
There's a company, because they did it at Clearwater Yacht Club.
Okay.
So there's a company that you can get, like you're hiring a DJ or a karaoke
It's
guy.
online
They do
company or
it.
something, right?
No, they come and do it.
Oh,
They
okay.
come and
Like
do
it's a
it like,
yeah.
yeah, so that's a good idea. So we'll price the magnets, and then maybe just give some thought to, like, maybe what you think would work if we do just like, you know, something else other than live music. I mean, we can have music. There's nothing keeping us from, like, there's an excellent sound system in there now. There's nothing that's keeping us from putting music in the background, but we could just do something other than just sit there, which is kind of when you have live music, what everyone tends to do, which is fine.
Yeah, like that time you had the Fly Me to the Moon band, or whatever he was, you know, people basically sat around and talked to him. Just when we did Earth Day the other day, everyone was interacting, everybody was drinking a lot, so it was good. It was a fun event.
Yeah, it was,
The DJ wasn't good,
no, the DJ wasn't good, but
and the dancing was interesting, but aside from
Maybe
that.
that's why it shouldn't be a live band, or it shouldn't be a DJ. Maybe that's why, because then you don't know what you're getting.
yeah. I mean, and we know what genres of music work, and if people have a request, you know, then we could just, you know, whatever.
We could do a scavenger hunt too, like an adult scavenger hunt. Like, we need a bra.
And here's a bottle of wine.
Okay.
A woman in a
That was
man's
spring break.
pair of pants, and then people have to change their clothes.
You know, we did a
Okay.
scavenger hunt. I don't know if we did a scavenger hunt for this whiskey company, and then they literally put us in pairs in go-karts and had us drive all over the town, and we each had our list of things that we had to get, and then drive the go-karts back. Oh, it was Templeton Rye whiskey. I was like, what? And the lists were like that. Like, you had to go get a potato from the mayor's wife. You're like, potato. But it was really fun. We had a really good time. But you're kind of like you're with the person on the golf cart, and that's the only person you're kind of interacting with until you get back. And so it's kind of like, do you pair up not strangers, but people that don't know each other? And we don't have enough golf carts. But I'm just saying, like, that's a fun idea. I mean, if we so choose, we did. The first Pets and Pals, we tried to do a costume parade, and it was like herding cats, and the little kids were falling, and no one would stay in line, and I was like, so the second you said going around doing stuff like that, I was like, I don't know, because I'm stroked out. When that little kid hit the pavement, I was like,
I was counting the votes. I was a judge that year.
yeah, so anyway, we only did that once, and then we didn't do that again, but
And last year that was about the hottest end of October.
Oh, it was brutal.
Oh,
It was
so hot.
98 at least.
Yeah, we
well,
were
and
dying.
last year we did it in the afternoon on a Sunday because the Saturday morning there was a wedding and we couldn't do it. So at least this year we're back to the morning.
Yeah.
And we also learned that because we made all these dog bag treats,
Oh
and
my
everyone
gosh.
was like, "My dogs don't eat those. My dogs don't eat those. My dogs don't eat those." They
It's
all
so
went to the
many
shelter.
leftover.
They all went to the shelter. So like, I'm kind of thinking we don't spend our time or money on that again because we're not bagging up organic
Or
treats
just-
for all these
And
dogs.
just have one little bucket that has a dog biscuit. If they want it, they can have it. You know,
Yeah, just
one
roll
box
some-
of dog biscuits.
Well, you know what? Yeah, one box, and we could put it into those little Halloween bags. They want it, you take one bag, one biscuit. But you think the dogs care what they're getting?
No.
No, they just care about the prize.
They want
Not
the
the
Amazon
dog.
gift card.
They
The
did.
dog just wants the Amazon gift card. Right, John? His dog won last year.
Oh, come on.
His dog
Vinny
won?
was the star, he had it all the way. But I got the dope
My
right,
granddaughter was
that
the
he can
star.
only win one time. So that's why I'm gonna keep entering the chili contest. I figure if I do it, eventually I'll win something.
Just keep plugging along.
You're gonna win the key to the town, John.
There, so spread it around is what he said.
Spread the love around.
Okay. So anyway, I think that's it. And I kind of like number 6 kind of blended into, or number 5 kind of blended into number 6 because like it's either a fall event or the mailers, and we'll look into the pricing of the magnets and we can
How
talk
are we
about
gonna
it
get
and
those out?
finalize next. Yeah.
How will you get those out? You'll have to mail them anyway.
Mail, like to mail them.
So it'll be
Oh,
more.
it'll be even more expensive.
Yeah.
Oh, well. that's a good point.
Oh, we could just go.
Or we could go-
We can go walk the blocks again.
Not.
No?
No, we did that.
Did you guys get your survey? I know you didn't, you weren't here yet. Did you get your survey about the grass walking easement?
Somebody would have hung it on your
Door.
doorknob of
No,
your front
no,
door.
I definitely didn't
With
get
a
that.
rubber
You
band.
know how many
and
guns
a
we
handle.
faced that day?
None.
None.
Yeah, no, I definitely didn't get that.
Okay.
Where do you live?
Oh,
In Sereno del Sol.
Oh,
Oh,
so
that's an
Condos.
apartment.
Yeah.
that's a
Condos.
condo.
Yeah.
So that is why, because some of them would
Those
not
get
let
stacked.
me in, they would not even let me leave them on the entry by the mailbox.
Really?
Now you have it in there.
Yes.
There
That's
we
good.
go.
Okay.
Right across the
Um,
street.
And that's the only time we've done that because it was a special vote and it was like, because I did the condos myself and some of them were very nice. And I don't know if they took my stack and chucked them, but they, at least gave them to somebody. But like, there was no going door to door in the condos.
Inside.
Because some of them I couldn't even get in.
Right.
So it was.
Yeah, we have a little area, where the bee goes and everything. It's right
Yeah.
by the mailbox.
And maybe there's like a little management center that you can speak to.
Well, I did. I spoke to
Oh.
a couple. It just depended on what building. A couple I
Yeah.
got yelled at. A couple
Yeah, our
were very
building we
nice.
used to be in was private. We didn't have an on-site person or anything. There's no
Yeah.
way to get to people.
Yeah, so it just depends on which one, and
Yeah.
there's
Right.
quite a few of them, so, anyway.
So do you guys want to take a vote on how people are leaning, if they're leaning towards a mailer or an event?
I think we need pricing and more information
Okay.
before we vote, is that okay? And maybe do a little more, like brainstorming on our own to come back with, because I think if we voted and we went with the mailer of whatever type, and we sent it out in September, then, that would be enough time for people to hit the October event. Yeah, there's gotta be a way for them to keep it and like put it up,
Right.
so, because on that little door hanger was also, we tried to put our schedule of events on that too, at the bottom. And who knows who saw that, because you could also, there was a QR code, so you didn't even really, if you wanted to do that survey
Use this
online,
QR.
you didn't even get to the bottom, you just.
What's on the postcards typically, or on the cards you send, mailers that you send out? Is it
Oh, the one that
the
we
list
were-
of dates, or is it?
Yeah.
Because sometimes I'm a visual person, so if I saw a picture of a kid in a costume and a dog, I would definitely
Yeah.
keep it. If it's just a bunch of words, it'd be like,
Yeah, because
eh.
it was all the
Mailers,
events,
as
it
he's
was
putting the
all the
pictures
events.
down.
Something catchy, yeah.
Yeah,
I
just
agree.
photos sometimes capture people.
Right.
Or like, well, they look like they're having fun.
Well,
I
I
just don't
think
know
that-
if that's more expensive.
You
or-
said with the QR codes kind of change a lot of stuff,
Yeah.
right? I mean, in terms of getting information disseminated,
Yeah.
and it's, I mean, I've seen QR codes on a billboard and
Yeah.
they work.
Yeah. Well,
So-
Or you just hold up your phone.
Yeah, I mean,
I know,
I
exactly.
mean, it's
You're
amazing.
Well,
on
it
the
pops you right to the
at a
Park and Rec
concert
site,
thing.
So,
then.
I,
Could we?
go ahead.
Oh, so-
I was gonna say, I have an idea, why don't we make the magnets? I know, I'm on really vacation mode, I gotta wake up here. Why don't we order the magnets and hand them out to whoever comes to the September event? And then also keep them up at City Hall and put them in the gift bags and,
The gift bag's a great
Yeah.
idea.
yeah, but like, let's do the magnets anyway, but not mail them, maybe.
For your standing events.
And then we could give them out in September and it'll have all the dates coming up for everything else, October, December, January, February.
We can't do both, we only have the money in the budget to one or the other.
Yeah,
An
but maybe,
event or a mailer is what she said.
yeah, but I'm saying, I don't know how much the magnets are gonna be, if it's a good price. Maybe we can just do the magnets and hand them out.
Well, and the event, if we do like a game or trivia or something like that, isn't gonna be, because historically, the live music has always been at least $800, at least, and obviously trivia is not gonna be that much. And if we do a BYOB, which means bring your own beverage, people, not booze, beverage, bring your own Diet Coke if you want, like.
Since when it means that?
Since right now.
My DJ for Dom's party was like $425,
Oh, that's good.
and he was good,
great.
he was really good.
He was excellent.
So you just, that's half price.
Okay, so we
I'm
can,
just kind of thinking about this, these QR codes or whatever, and I don't know, I mean, on various signs, I mean, even the beach sign, I mean, because you can get those as like stickers, right?
yeah,
Mhm.
And then maybe we could start putting them in different places and that has a link to a calendar of events.
And pictures and
Yeah,
things.
and,
that-
I mean, if somebody's walking across the bridge or, they're going to the beach or whatever, there's a QR code there, and a lot of people they'll kind of scan them out of curiosity, and then they find this wealth of information behind that code.
Mm.
Put
And
them
you
on
can-
on the sign, beach access signs.
yeah.
Right. And it's just it's a QR code for a list of events or whatever, and it can all be on like a sticker,
Mhm.
That's a good
and
idea.
you just scan that code, and then
Yep.
boom, you come
Permanent
to the,
QR code
exactly.
that you just keep up.
And you can change the information.
Yep.
the
You can
permit
change
number.
whatever's behind the QR code, if it's linking to a website or
website.
whatever,
Can be
Okay.
changed.
it can be changed,
Oh, that's a good
but
idea.
the QR code remains
Stays
the
the
same.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah, that's.
But I can't see myself walking up to a sign and saying, let me hit that QR code.
Well,
You
the
know.
way it goes down, probably you get close to it, it's gonna pop up on your phone.
It happens.
Maybe,
Yeah.
maybe.
It happens.
But it seems like I can't hardly have any personal thoughts anymore.
Yeah.
Exactly.
We have to have a
That's
leading
true.
statement that says, come enjoy these events, and people see that and go, what's that?
Right.
What events, and,
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Come and join these events.
yeah.
No,
That
that's
might
great,
be
I love
good.
that.
Yeah. Okay, we're on to something.
So where would those be placed?
Well, if
No,
you
I was
Lots of
on
stickers,
any,
like-
they're just a sticker, I mean, it could
Peel
go
off
on.
the sticker.
Because
wherever
I'm
you
thinking,
want.
if we're gonna use a solid QR code, because basically we create.
Even a sign, a permanent
We
sign.
would create a link to a page on our website that'd be like the events page.
Yeah.
So then, if it was permanent, we might as well just do like small aluminum signs
Sure.
and then put them in the parks. And, you
That'd
know,
Attach it to a post that's
Yeah.
underneath an
Yeah.
existing sign or something.
Sure.
And that's one of those, you get some of these technologies that kind of come and go, but it feels like that's one that's here to
Sticky.
I
stay.
started making those back.
Yeah, be careful though,
before
because with all the young
Oh, really?
people,
Yeah, so-
you may get way more
They're
than you
still
bargained for
Yeah.
quicker,
Oh, yeah.
just as a thought.
Well, that's the other thing, like, we've always had to try to find the balance between wheeling in to maintain the parking.
Yeah.
And we've never had any more than like 85 people at any of our events. And it doesn't matter what type of event it is, it just seems to be right around that number is what we get. But in that,
Southside usually walks too, a lot of people do.
yeah, they'll walk, if the weather's permitting, they'll definitely, they'll walk and they'll bring their wagon, they'll bring their chairs, whatever. Like when you were first saying that, my mind didn't even pop to like permanent metal signs. I guess I was thinking, even like, how we have those at Morgan Park, at Second Street. I know we have a few more with the little sliders that you can put like more than just a piece of paper that is gonna get withered in the weather. But you could put like a, it doesn't even have to be a sticker. It could just be like a sign that you put in there that.
Like laminated or something?
Yeah, that doesn't get switched out, which would be easier than, the metal sign, but like, I know we don't have those everywhere. But,
Yeah,
Pine
it
Beach
seems that every park has a post
Yeah.
with some kind of signage in it.
Okay,
Like the tennis court, you could throw one there on a tennis court, you could.
Yeah, I love that
put
idea.
one out there in the
Parks.
lobby.
And those are gonna be
Playground.
the active people
Yeah,
anyway, they're out and about.
Exactly.
You could put them over by the park, the beach, near the
Put one
doors
on
or
your front
something.
door,
yeah.
people could just
Yeah.
walk up your front
now
door.
her fronter is very,
Well, and again, a future mailer, you could add one to a mailer,
Right.
where it's not an added separate cost, but something that's already gonna go out, add the QR code to everything.
Make the magnet. then.
yeah, I love it. I
So
love
you
it.
can the nice thing is you can constantly edit it.
Right.
You have to.
Without changing anything.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's interesting, if you actually put the QR code on that magnet,
On the
then
magnet, yeah.
I wonder if there's a way, if you just click on it, like the link or to whatever it's going to be, that it just goes right onto your calendar. Like, like it just pulls the dates onto.
Now you're getting over my head.
Well, because that's the whole thing, you hear something and if you don't put it down, it's not down.
Yeah.
You
Right.
see it, it doesn't matter.
I don't know with all the tech platforms if it would connect. Sometimes I've
Yeah,
been on
sometimes
stuff
it-
where it
yeah.
says,
Sometimes
do you wanna
crosses
add
like
it to your
the-
calendar?
the
Yeah.
invites
Yeah.
for
Can
meetings.
you imagine if you
with
QR
Google?
code that and then
Yeah.
all the park and rec board events and then you had to put yes, no, maybe, accept, no.
Built-in RSVP.
Quick off the beaten path question. Do we have any free ride cars here? Because my mom lives on St. Pete Beach and they have free rides everywhere. All you do is call this number or scan this code and they drive you up and down the entire beach. So that would be really good if we have something like here so we
The
could all
city
come by.
does that?
Yeah,
Who's,
They
the-
drive people
it's-
around?
We're this,
yeah.
and they're that big.
yeah, I mean, they're driving
Unless
them
they
around to
contract with
restaurants and
somebody,
bars and stuff
maybe.
like that. They wouldn't.
Like a service or something.
No, because it's like they make money. They supply the
wow.
cars, they make money. All you do is tip them. So the people driving the cars get the money, but they're not paid.
The actual city does that. City
Yeah,
employees.
there's, I don't know, I'll get you the name of it.
Guess we won't be at the party, guys. We'll be the designated
Just like
drivers.
parents call
I was like, it'd be nice if we could all
Make
take
things
the free ride here. And
I can't accept the tips either,
Yeah.
so use Aaron.
Okay.
Put our youth,
No, yeah,
our
we should-
youth to work, but we'll put
Look
the
into what
the
it
young
is, so I
people.
can.
I'll get the name of it.
We can just rent some
Nice.
bikes. Get some bike.
Bikes.
Yeah.
Yeah, put the basket on
Nobody
the
is
back
hard.
and you could be like.
One of those where they
Oh,
take you
rickshaw.
around.
Rickshaw.
Yeah, the rickshaws, yeah.
You could run all like this.
Can you imagine how hot
Well, you have to have a canopy on your rickshaw bike.
it'd be so hot?
Yeah, it would be hot.
It's like, who wants to drive the rickshaw?
Just hand out some of those handheld fans.
Oh my goodness. Okay, So, are we all good with number 5 and 6? Does anybody, we have a lot to think about for next meeting, and then I'll put it back on the agenda after I kind of recap what we talked about, or Deb does, and then when I do the agenda notes for next month, I have it kind of narrowed down a little bit.
Okie dokie.
Item number 7, so, Aaron, do you have anything you want to go over? Like,
Still moving forward, you know, we've been, obviously with the crew that we have, they've done quite a bit on that list we have. The
Can I back up for just 1 second? I'm sorry, that's my fault. So there is in your books, there is a, it's highlighted, there's some blues.
Here, it
and
looks
some
like
yellows
this.
and some
Okay,
greens.
yeah.
It's a corrective
Did you see
Yep.
that?
list.
Yep.
Okay, so twice a year, the Park and Rec Board, we divvy out the 13 or so parks,
Oh, sure.
arena, all that stuff
You
that
can look at that,
we,
it's,
that we have. So like, you know, we all take 2 or 3, and then there's a list of questions. It's like the good, the bad, like what needs to be handled right away. We take pictures, and then we all come back like the following month and we report on it. And if it's something dangerous, like, you know, the lid to the access panel, it has been taken off, and if someone falls in it, they're falling like that much and busting their ankle. Like, we call right away about stuff like that. So, anyway, so then we all bring our results back, we share them, and then Kyle started this a couple years ago, and now Aaron has taken it and he's put this nice book together, and they literally,
Those are all the photos we took and everything.
the emails, the photos, the description,
Nice.
per person. So,
yeah, and then he has like the recap list of what can be repaired or fixed or taken care of right away, and then kind of, and so I'm gonna let you take it from there.
yeah, so, like I said, on that list, you guys, when you guys compiled, hey, these are what we see, so I took that, obviously, took it down, and we got all the simple stuff done. The next big one we're gonna do is the repainting of Morgan Park. And I know you and I have been in contact about that, we just haven't got that one yet. So, I mean, everything's still looking really good with that, they got a lot done quickly. Because a lot of it wasn't hard stuff, it was just, you know, clean up real quick.
Some maintenance, like quick
Just quick
maintenance.
maintenance, you
Yeah.
bet, so, that's all I got for that. So-
Did you say repaint or repave Morgan Park?
Repaint.
They already repaved.
Yeah, it's been
but now they're
repaved, back in
repainting.
Okay,
February.
oh, so we,
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was trying to find that muralist and I could never get her.
We did a good job on paper.
Yeah,
This is the one, the one that's right by
My house.
Largo, Indian Rocks?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, this must be an after picture because this one is much prettier than the before picture of South Park.
South Park has got the fence now.
now it has a corral.
I know,
Yeah,
it
and
looks
new
so
grass.
much better.
Yeah, so,
The
but
grass.
The
Yeah,
grass.
so and if you've noticed, we've been having, they seeded, they've been having that grass grow a little bit higher than normal, they've been chopping it down, and so that way, they told me there's some, not algorithm, but there's a reason why they're doing that. But it sure is filling in quite a bit right now, so.
Yes, looks much
That
like.
fence, yeah, we put that fence in because of the issues. with
They're
the-
letting us, they're trying to get the seed heads to
Yeah,
grow.
to grow more, right.
That was Bermuda grass, I think, so it should be a lot of, what's the word for it? Not stains, the one, whatever, never mind, grass fine.
Yeah, they had a
Grow more
problem with
grass.
this park being kind of vandalized a little bit and
Rhizomes.
people coming in with motorbikes and golf carts and destroying the grass that they're working so hard, so they corralled it or fenced it, so it's keeping them off, right?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
that same day that we were out there doing it, because I kind of pitched in a little bit. Yeah, there was several golf carts that came. Obviously, they wanted to drive in there, but yeah, that's been done. I don't think there's been anybody that's
They can't get in
Yeah,
there.
they can't get
I mean,
in.
they literally can't get your golf cart.
so. Yeah.
It worked, yeah, it absolutely worked, because the grass, I mean, the park was just, I mean, if you saw the before pictures, it was real bad,
Yeah.
so.
Do you want to speak at all about the adopted park while we're at this point, talking about parks, just to let them know that that's available?
Yeah, I mean, that's a foundation program, so but like we kind of reviewed it a little bit here, so there's, it's through the city, and if, like, say for example, I wanted to adopt South Park because it's like, you know, closest to my house. And it could be anything to where I want to buy like a poo bag dispenser, a bench, I wanna put in some palm trees, I wanna do a flower bed, whatever your version of adopting that park looks like, then you kind of write it up and explain it, and you sit down and you meet with Kyle or Aaron. So that part isn't through the foundation. The only part that's through the foundation is if, like, say what you wanna do costs $1,000, then you get, a tax donation for your thing. So that's how it's through that. So
That's
like for
nice.
any of the city parks, if someone wants to do anything in them, like, I think, what did you say, Kyle? Like people just bought like maybe 2 or 3 memorial benches that were kind of started before the foundation.
Yeah, my last one just came in yesterday.
Yeah, so moving forward, anybody that wants to buy a memorial bench for a relative or, you know, for whatever reason, now they can take it through the foundation and they can use the
Nice.
tax credit.
Very nice.
So, yeah, is that enough?
Yeah, I think so. And then just so you know, some of the parks actually had like memorial stones in them and stuff. So I'm sure families donated to that and then helped decorate the area around it. So
But that's a good tie to this list because it's also if you have a list of needs
Right.
or things you'd even like to have down the road, you could give that to someone who's saying, where can I make a difference?
right.
I want to add something. Well, here's a list.
And that's how it kind of
Yeah,
started
yeah.
because when we were doing these park surveys, we noticed the most beautiful parks had all been adopted
Yeah.
by someone
Nice.
for a memorial for basically a loved one or whatever. Or they just lived in Bel Air Beach for 40 years and they wanted to do something.
Legacy.
Yes,
Yeah, legacy.
And then if possible, we try to work closely with the community foundation because it's all still kind of parks and rec and community.
Sure.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so it's a good thing to know that that's out there for us too.
Absolutely, and that program is on both websites, so you can go on the city website and see like the information sheet and print it out, or you can go on the foundation website and see the program and
The
print it out.
parking lots aren't in here. Are they part, you know, like the beach access parking lots like 19th, 6, 12? Yeah, there's only 3, right?
We didn't really have much in there. Here's the folder that we have for that. There was, I mean, well, Morgan Park, you know, we have
Yeah,
that.
Morgan Park, yeah, but I'm talking about
6th and-
19th and 6 and 12.
I'd
So
have
are
to
they
go back
included?
through, but
They are
anything that
included.
was, yeah, they are
Because
included.
John, I know, did 19th, I think, when he did the survey,
Sure.
and that's when I want to
Let me
know.
see it.
So that's why I was asking.
Oh, okay.
So the part out on the street side of the fence or the gate, is that Bel Air Shore or Bel Air Beach?
Well, we
For maintenance.
maintain it. We maintain it.
Just like the part
We-
where the bench is and the shower, is that us or
We
them?
maintain it, so when the shower breaks, we fix it.
Okay,
But if you
so
wanted to plant a palm tree, could you? Or do you
I
have to
would
get their
check with the-
permission?
with them.
Yeah.
If I just wanted to clean up on this side of the gate, because the mulch and the weeds and the things like that, if I
Oh,
wanted
yeah,
to
because we could do
beautify it,
that.
I can do that?
Yeah, because the city could do that too.
Okay,
Now, if we're gonna change it out drastically, then we would wanna just run it by. I'm sure they'd be open, as long as it looks better. I mean, it's like when that one tree, you know, like a tree starts leaning or a tree starts dying, I just like shoot it by them quick, let them know what's going on.
yeah. I just, sometimes if there's a palm frond down and it stays there more than a day and a half, I want to go move it,
Oh,
so
yeah.
that's okay.
Definitely, yeah.
Okay, does anybody have any questions about number 7? I'll go, okay.
That's my-
So, number 8, we already kind of talked about this in other conversations, but review of inventory of on-hand welcome bag contents, we did that already, and update on inventory and requests. So we've already talked about all of that, it came up earlier when we talked about the merchandise. So no questions on that, right? We already did it, all right, perfect. Other business, I have one item, but I wanted to see if anybody else has anything they wanted to talk about before I started.
I had a question. I saw something, but I think I found my own answer. There's a bridge cleanup tomorrow or Saturday,
Yeah.
but that's through the foundation, not through.
It's a
Parks and Rec.
foundation,
Okay.
yeah. It's very, very, very similar to the beach cleanups, except before we meet in the city hall parking lot and we clean on top of the bridge and we clean underneath the bridge. And
Gotcha.
it's a 2-hour event and we only do it once a quarter.
Gotcha.
And we get our lunch fast. because it's dangerous.
It's 9 to 11, right?
And it's 9 to 11.
Okay.
And
And
is it
it
a
doesn't have
Saturday?
to be, like, if some people come for an hour and then they have to leave and then, you know what I mean, it's just, this is going to be by far the hottest, most humid. The first one we had, we got, what, 45 bags of garbage from underneath the bridge.
Wow.
Because it hadn't been cleaned in a very long time.
You need some
Um,
protein bars?
What?
Need some protein bars for it?
Yeah, I'll take some protein bars. Yes. And then, so we
Hey,
provide.
that carb upper still there?
No, I think the car bumper was, if they didn't pick it up and take it away, they shoved it even further into the weeds where I visually had to like go walk back there, which I didn't. Because there was a car accident and the bumper just kept getting moved to the side, and then it got shoved to the grass. And then, I thought you went and got it.
The bumper.
Yeah.
No, the bumper, that's actually a tow company's responsibility to remove from the,
And they left it there for like 2 weeks.
yeah.
I was like, that does not look good.
Where was it?
So as you're going over the bridge, like the very first, it's not
The
an
turner?
entrance, it says do
Yeah.
not enter.
Where
but
the
it was
cops are.
right there, yeah,
Mm.
yep.
We had a bike that was there that we